Hi everyone. So today I am going to show the process for the Halloween card I made. And this is a video response for Kim, who is Snap Diva One's Halloween challenge, and I'm going to link her channel in the description box below. So the first thing I did is I took some Canson watercolor paper, and these are the Magello Mission Gold watercolors. I got them for my birthday, and I did not even haul them because as soon as they came in the mail, I wanted to play. So I haven't hauled them or did a review or anything. But I knew I wanted to create a Halloween card, and I knew I wanted to use the Little Acres Creation Stamp Set Spooky. So I decided to try and do a scene card, and I decided to try and do a night sky. So I've never done a night sky with watercolors paints before. I've done them with distress ink but never paint, so I really wasn't sure what I was doing. And as I'm just playing around and putting colors and stuff down on the paper, I absolutely hated how it was turning out. I thought it looked just awful, and I thought, this is just so horrible. I'm going to have to throw this away. There's no way I'm going to get this to actually look like I envisioned it in my mind. But I hate to waste, and I had a piece of paper and a lot of paint, and I did not want to waste it. So I thought, well, I'm going to keep at it. So I put all these colors down, blues and purples and oranges and yellows, and then I laid down a darker blue, and then right now I'm laying down the black. And I believe the color is black ivory or ivory black, something like that. Excuse me. I'm putting black all over the colors. And then what I do is I get some white paint and a paintbrush and just start kind of flicking the white paint. And I wasn't happy with how it was turning out. It wasn't giving me the look I wanted. And so, kind of as a last act of desperation, I got an old toothbrush and put some water and white paint on it. And that was the result of that. I did not film the toothbrush. I wish I had of, but I just, at that point, I had pretty much determined that I was going to have to throw it away. But after I got the toothbrush and splattered some paint and water using that and dabbed it off, it gave me an actually night sky that I was really happy with. So here I have the Little Acres Creation Spooky Stamp Set, and I just am using that same Canson watercolor paper and some StazOn. And I'm using my Misty, which I always use when I use watercolor paper because it's not very smooth, and so a lot of times you do have to stamp it once or twice. But I was really impressed with how these stamps stamped. This were the first time I stamped them, and they actually gave a really good image even on the watercolor paper. And the stamp set comes with several faces, ghost faces, and some sayings for the tombstone. So I picked out which face and which sayings I want. And I stamped out several because I wasn't really sure exactly how many I was going to use. I am so sorry. And then I wanted a bright house. I absolutely love this house in this stamp set. And I wanted to make it really bright so that it really popped against that night sky background I had created. And this is a Halloween card, so I decided to kind of use what I consider Halloween colors. Colors I see a lot of on Halloween. And I actually see a lot of this of really bright pink on Halloween. I don't really think of pink as a Halloween color, but I do see a lot of it this time of year. So I use the really bright pink, and I use the really bright orange. And this is really my first time using these paints, and I absolutely love them. They have such intense colors and they spread so easily, and a little bit goes such a long way. So I added the purple. And the orange, of course. You can't have Halloween without purple and orange. And then I had a little boo-boo with the green there. It kind of went over, but I was able to take a paper towel and dab that up and fix it so you can't even tell. And then I used the red to color the eaves of the house. And I did notice when I went to cut these out that I actually had missed one of the eaves, the little roof over the purple part of the house, but I don't do it on camera, but I do go back and fill that in later. And then lastly, I just get one of the yellows and color in the windows to make it look like the lights are on. And then I go ahead and color in the tombstones and the ghost. And my paintbrush decided to jump out of my hand. So I'm sure I'm the only one that's ever happened to. So I fussy cut those out off camera. And then I take this starry background piece I had made and I just kind of trim it down a little. And I don't know the measurements. I completely eyeballed it. I knew I wanted it just a little bit smaller than my card base. And so I take the Lawn Fawn Grassy Border die and I cut it some black cardstock because I wanted it to kind of blend into the background, which is the reason I chose black. And I just trim that off. And I was having real issues with my glue bottle here. It was stuck and then it just big glob came out. But I was able to make it work. So I go ahead and put my house where I want it and kind of tuck it behind that grass there. And then I do the same thing with the tombstones, is I just kind of figure out the layout I want and then go ahead and tuck them behind the little grass border. So I knew I wanted a moon, so I took a 1-inch circle punch and punched it out of this really pale yellow cardstock. But I still felt like it needed something, so I take the Flying Bat stamp out of the Spooky stamp set and just using StazOn because that's what was handy. I went ahead and stamped that on the moon to put up in the sky. And then I was trying to figure out where I wanted my the other two ghosts to go. Since I had went through the trouble of actually painting them and cutting them out, I wanted to use them. So I stick one on the outside and then I decide to use the other one on the inside. So this is just a really light gray card base, standard A2 size card. So I add my front panel, and then I go on to kind of decorate the inside of the card. So I just go ahead and use the 2 tombstones and the last ghost that I had went ahead and colored and cut out. And then I wanted a sentiment or saying for the inside. And this stamp set comes with a lot, but since I did have so many ghosts, I decided to go ahead and use the Boo sentiment. So again, just stamp that with StazOn because that's what I had been using, so that's what was right there and convenient. And there is my Halloween card for Kim. So I will be getting that in the mail to her. I will link her challenge in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Bye.